host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Oh boy, getting the show going. I don't know, I'm just not, look, I'm not going all with it today. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be more organized, and I think in the effort to do that, I've become less organized, which I don't even know how that's possible. But that's what's happening. All right, let's see. The show rundown today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I've got some giveaways for you. Also, going to cover what's happening in Frederick from the best calendar in all the land. Certainly the best in Frederick, I can tell you, because I'm on these calendars constantly. So if you're looking for one place to look for everything going on, then we've got that for you. Today, I talked with Rae Gallagher from Girls on the Run. She's the executive director. That organization was the first board I was ever on. I was on the founding board of Girls on the Run. And if you've got a daughter or granddaughter, 3rd grade to 5th grade or middle school, and I don't know, I forgot to ask her about the high school level. She might have mentioned it. But amazing program, and it is not about the running. I mean, the running is part of it, but it's really about accomplishing a goal, having a good body image, making new friends, feeling comfortable in your own skin. It is an amazing, amazing organization, and I highly recommend it. And if you're at a place where you can volunteer your time, I highly recommend you become a coach for Girls on the Run. They always need coaches, obviously volunteer. So lots of schools require the coaches. Usually there are 2 per school to help out. I also talked with Crum Nicklas from the Great Frederick Fair. My gosh, the fair is just a couple weeks away, if you can believe it. Want you to be ready with all the information you're going to need. And we'll be doing updates periodically about it, because Mama Cone and I have got to get on our game to make some food to enter. I've never done that. I'm going to do it this year. There's a ton of stuff that you can create to enter at the fair, and you get a free week's pass when you do it. I also talked to Russ Hodge from Three Roads Communications. He's making a documentary about Frederick called Inspired. And that's really exciting. We've got a lot of stuff highlighting Frederick. I feel a little competition. Not really at all. Russ is amazing documentary maker, filmmaker, way better than what you see here at Good Morning Frederick, but certainly his isn't live, so I challenge him to that. And then I attended Bash on the Bay with my husband, my mom, and my brother last week, which was in Ohio. And I give you a little taste of it with an interview with one of the artists, Ashland Craft. Can't wait till she comes to the East Coast. So super sweet. I hope she stays that way forever, no matter how successful she gets. All right, subscribe to YouTube because we are well on our way to 1,000. Now September is literally 4 days away. Not sure we're going to make it by the 1st, but we got 30 whole days. I did say by my birthday, which is the first week, but I think we're going to scratch that. We're just going to say in September. So we're at 731 subscribers. So if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. You know, we have been begging for subscribers since day one. I think it's pretty good, actually, that we've gotten 731 subscribers just since April. But we're making amazing content, and people should know about it. And the best way to help the local businesses, nonprofits, and events be more successful is by getting more subscribers, because the more subscribers we get, the more that YouTube actually pushes our videos out to people in our area. And so it really does matter when you like a video, when you comment on a video, when you share videos, and certainly if you subscribe, it shows YouTube that there is content on this channel that you like. And I have some big news. We are going to be launching some additional content on the actual channel. So when I launched, the whole idea was Everything Frederick Live. That is the name of the channel. Some people have said, why isn't the channel called Good Morning Frederick? Because my idea was it is a channel all about Frederick, and that Good Morning Frederick would kick things off with the video every day at 9 a.m. But other content creators would have content on the channel as well. And they would be maybe once a week or once every other week or maybe a few times a week. And they would, you know, have their days that they launched their videos. And it would be all about Frederick. So, two things. One, we do have someone who will be launching very soon. And I will, of course, be bringing them onto the show to introduce them to our audience. I know that they're going to get a whole nother audience as well. And that's coming up, I hope, by mid-September. But if you are somebody who would like to create some interesting content about Frederick, maybe you love the history, maybe you love hiking and you want to talk about all the amazing trails we have. Maybe you're a crafter and you want to talk about a craft that you do. Maybe it's Frederick-based, maybe it's not. Maybe you're just Frederick-based. All of that. We can do that because this show is all about you, Frederick. This channel is all about you. It's all about the people, the community, and the happenings. All right? All right, don't forget about the podcast that is available on Amazon Music, iHeart, Spotify, and other platforms. The Good Morning Frederick merch is available, and of course, all proceeds from now through December will be donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. And in support of another local nonprofit, please drop off new twin-sized sheets, blankets, comforters. Maybe get one of those sets if you see them on clearance, pillows, etc. The home of Everything Frederick, we are collecting for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. If you don't know about that organization, I'm trying to get them on the show. But they build beds for kids so that no child is sleeping on the floor. Do you know we have hundreds of kids who do not have a bed to call their own, and they're sleeping on the floor or on a couch or whatever? We don't want that. We want to give them a bed to sleep in. So Sleep in Heavenly Peace does that. They build beds, and we need to provide the blankets and sheets and all that great stuff. So that's what we are doing. We're going to do it through the month of September. So if you happen to be shopping somewhere, either tag me if you see some great stuff on clearance or pick it up, and then you can drop it off at 401 North Market Street. All right, it is time to really get this Tuesday show going. Let's go. All right, Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by We Help You Move. No matter whether you're moving across the street or somewhere far away, Nicklas and his team of experts can make the moving process easy. And typically you don't say easy with moving. It is so stressful. So don't make the move itself stressful. Take care with somebody who's going to look out for you and all of your belongings and not hold them hostage like I've seen on social media sometimes. Terrible. We Help You Move is veteran owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community, and we thank them. All right, let's find out what's happening with our local news, weather, and sports. Chris Michaels is here from WFMD's Morning News Express with all the details. Of course, Bob is on vacation, and he will return to us when he's back. Oh, good morning, my friend.
You know, I don't think anybody misses Bob more than I do. I got to be honest with you.
I bet. Are you running around like a crazy person?
You know, Bob's been hosting this show by himself before me, before Ryan got here for about, 30, 50, 70, 80 years, something like that. It's so hard. You know, I have a background in radio, as you know. I've done music radio. It is so hard to host a talk radio show by yourself. It's really,
it's a lot. You got to figure it all. I mean, it's like this show, you know, that's why I like to bring on other people. So it gives me a little break.
You don't have music to fall back on, by the way. Today's headline, if there were no bad news, I might not have a job.
I know. I see that. And somebody commented the other day on YouTube about how much they love Chris, the not so terrible news guy. So there you go.
And that's you because you said not so terrible news instead of bad news. I have a question real quick. It's a slow news day today. There's only a couple of news stories. So I have a question for you. Do you shop at IKEA?
I have been known to shop at IKEA, yes. Why? What, am I not allowed to anymore? Is there something bad?
Well, no, I don't do it because I'm bad at building things. I have my wife to build things. Yes, I said that. I'll hand in my man card now. My wife builds things. I don't have the patience, so I don't shop at IKEA. But however, I was just reading IKEA is actually launching a new website where customers will be able to sell their used IKEA furniture. It's called IKEA Pre-Owned. Now, they're testing it in Spain and Norway because we all know if it works in Spain and Norway, it's definitely going to work in the U.S. Through the end of the year with plans to roll it out in other countries after that. So it's sort of like, I guess, like a Facebook marketplace, except for furniture that's already built. So if you don't want the hassle of building things, just go right on there.
Well, not only that, there are a ton of Facebook pages, and I bet that this is going to happen, of how to turn your IKEA furniture into other things. So you take like a couple of the bookshelves and you make an awesome island with wheels, and they repurpose these IKEA pieces into stunning pieces of furniture. So I bet that there will be a lot of the re-envisioned IKEA pieces on there. But yeah, I think that's a great idea because very often what happens, and my husband and I have found this out, they'll discontinue something that you have, and finding a replacement is sometimes impossible. So this marketplace will help to do that.
Now, we need an IKEA here in Frederick. I had the mayor on today, Mayor Michael O'Connor. I should have asked him that if there's any plans to get an IKEA here anytime soon. Of course, the closest one, I believe, is in College Park in PG County.
Yeah, so they have College Park and I think White Marsh here in this side of town. But it's funny, my husband and I, before our son was in college, we, for some reason, went to IKEA during move-in week for college at College Park. And can I just tell you, when we pulled in the parking lot, we were like, holy goodness gracious. And we did that like 2 years in a row, not thinking. We did not learn our lesson the first time. So now when we move our son into College Park, I laugh about how packed IKEA must be. So
I have a feeling that holy goodness gracious was not the word that you used when when you pulled in. But yeah, listen,
His
it's like
words more. His words more. Not so many mine. But yes,
so. Do they use the same words in Australia as we do here?
pretty
When as
much,
they're
except with
oh,
an
okay.
accent.
Well, it's like going to Walmart on Black Friday. It's not fun, that's for sure.
Yes.
We'll get into news. Again, not a whole lot. No bad news to it. Well, no bad news to report, more or less of a warning to report. But Maryland has recorded its first human case of the West Nile virus for this year. The Department of Health says an adult living in Baltimore metropolitan region, and it doesn't say where exactly in the Baltimore metropolitan region, but came down with the virus. The patient has recovered. Of course, West Nile virus is transferred by mosquitoes feeding on birds which have contacted the virus. It can be transmitted from human to human through organ donation, blood transfusion, breastfeeding, which is something I know nothing about or have ever done, or from a pregnant mother to a child. But health officials say that's very rare. The disease affects the nervous system, and 80% of people who are infected will not display any signs of the illness. Those are some of the worst illnesses, the ones that don't have any signs. The
Yeah.
Maryland Department of Health says, but those people with underlying health conditions could become seriously ill. A woman who failed to show up for her trial earlier this year on child abuse charges, which led to the death of her infant daughter 3 years ago, has been located. Hagerstown police say authorities in South Fulton, Georgia, arrested Ashley Franklin, 37, on Friday, August 23rd. She was wanted for failure to appear in court in March of 2024. Franklin is charged with first degree child abuse under the age of 13, first degree child abuse leading to severe physical injury, involuntary manslaughter, and neglect of a minor. She's currently awaiting extradition back to Maryland. And I tell you what, that annoys me so bad because there's so many, as you know, Dani, and I know a lot of people, so many great parents out there who would love to, or so many people out there who would love to have kids, who unfortunately can have kids. And then you've got people like this who are abusing their children. It's very sad, and sad that we had to wait 3 years, but it goes to show you how connected our law enforcement agencies are. So hopefully
Yeah.
justice will be served to her soon.
It's super tragedy on that. And look, I mean, I just think, you need a license to drive a car. You don't even have to do anything to become a parent other than procreate. And it is a very, very sad thing.
And apparently, per our conversation yesterday, watching live PD, all these people that are getting pulled over for not having a license, seems like you don't even need that anymore now.
Yeah, well, some people don't.
Some people, yes. So you still need your license out there. So make sure when you drive, you get your license. All right, take a look at weather. Today, partly cloudiness early with scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. Storms may contain strong and gusty winds. We got some rain. Actually, you know what, Dani? I'm looking at yesterday's. Oh, my goodness. Add that one for the round of bloopers for the 200th episode. Today, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High of 92, winds light and variable. And tonight, some clouds early will give way to generally clear conditions overnight, low of 71. And taking a look at tomorrow, Dani. Tomorrow, it's going to be hot. 99 intervals of clouds and sunshine. Again, high near 99. Tomorrow night, a few clouds from time to time, low of 74. And you're welcome. I just gave you some new material for your bloopers for your 200th show. I did that totally on purpose just to give you some new material. So
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me out there.
Hey,
I'm writing it in my little book. I got my little book with the next bloopers on it. So there you go.
Oh, listen, there'll be plenty more to come for your 200th episode. And I do have sports today. The Nationals lose to the Yankees 5-2. Now with the Yankees, why am I talking about the Yankees? No,
because you hate the Yankees. We hate the Yankees too.
I do hate the Yankees, but it's important to keep track of the Yankees games because, of course, the O's and Yankees are battling for that lead in the AL East. But with the Yankees winning, they pick up a half a game on the O's, who were off last night. The Yankees currently have a 2-game lead on the O's right now, the AL East division. And speaking of the O's, they're on the West Coast tonight as they take on the Dodgers. So if you can stay up late to watch it, I will not be. First pitch is at 10:10, and the Nats, again, take on the Yankees tonight. First pitch for that one is 6:45, and the Frederick Keys take on the Scrappers. First pitch for that one is 7:05. They're on the road. So if you want to watch baseball and you don't want to wait to see the Yankees, I'm sorry, the Orioles today later on, you can watch the Frederick Keys.
That's right. That's right. And they're back home this weekend for their final regular season stand. I think they play from Friday to Wednesday, and then they're done here in Frederick. So
I love the Keys, love going to the games. Then we got the Flying Cows coming up, too. Their second season, they'll be coming up soon. And I tell you, even though they didn't win the championship, great showing for the first season. How many exhibition teams can do what they did? It's very rare.
And well, we have a great coach, and so excited that I think he's been signed for an additional 2 years. It does, you get a little worried about some players not coming back and wondering, but he is a great, I feel like he's like the Joe Gibbs. He can just take talent and put it all together. It doesn't really matter, and he'll create something amazing from it.
Well, his players respect him, and that's the biggest thing.
Yes.
If you get the players to respect you, they will play hard for you. And we both obviously talked to Ed Corporal. He's just a great guy, loves the game of basketball, and is truly, in my opinion, a great ambassador for the city of Frederick.
He really is. And, Ed is, he cracks me up because he was talking about how even when he coached middle schoolers, he would, get them, to do what he needed them to do or whatever. And, he's a great guy and so excited that, he has embraced Frederick in a great way. He's part of my Rotary Club, and he's getting involved in community, and the season doesn't start for them until March, but they're going to be doing a lot of stuff throughout the fall and winter to gear everybody up for a good season.
Absolutely. Well, Dani, as always, thank you for inviting me on your show. Have a wonderful show, and I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'll think of something witty for tomorrow to write up there.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
All right. Thank you to Chris for joining us. I know he's got a lot of work when you run a show by yourself. It is. There's a lot of stuff to put together, and especially when you have a partner all the time, it's just a little bit of an adjustment. All right, let's quickly get to our giveaways. We got those 2 tickets to Troy Fest, which is next Saturday. Can you believe Labor Day is this weekend? Oh my gosh. All right, 2 tickets to Troy Fest. We got the family 4-pack of tickets to Gaver Farm. If you've never been to Gaver Farm, oh my gosh, great place. They have like their, you can go out. It's the fall festival there at the farm. You get 4 tickets, so you can take the kids or grandkids over to that. Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. We got 5 of those for you this week. Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, and 4 tickets to any regular season Keys game. This will be it for that. So I would love to give, I have 10 pair. 10 family 4-packs left. 10 family 4-packs. If you want one, just text in right now, and I will just give those away because I'd like to get them to you before Friday so that if you want to go Friday, you can, okay? I want to make sure you can get the tickets. So anyway, all right, that is our giveaways. Remember, just text those words to 888-465-2944, and those will be yours. All right, quick break. Then it's all the events in Frederick from the best calendar in the region. And then Rae Gallagher, Crum Nicklas, Russ Hodge, and then Bash on the Bay, my interview with Ashland Craft. All of that is coming up right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
Ah, yes, isn't that sweet? All right, let's talk about what is happening in this great town of Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Taco Tuesday. Get 20% off 3 tacos all day long. Taco Bar is at West Point Plaza on Route 40, and you can pick up steak, chicken, al pastor, carnitas, and fish tacos today. There's also vegan tacos as well, and if you're feeling adventurous, you can try the beef tongue and small intestine tacos today. Taco Tuesday, 20% off 3 tacos, tacobar1.com. All right, if you want to know what is happening in Frederick, you know where to go. You go to the best calendar that has been put together by yours truly. And all you got to do is go to promocircus.com, click on calendar of events, and here we go. We're just going to click right in the agenda view so you can actually see what's happening. But you know, when you look at some of these days where there's 36 or 40 events going on in our town, I'm just telling you, it is absolutely unreal, the number of things we have. All right, coming up, let's see. Oh, today, 4 o'clock, it's the 40-year celebration of Antietam World Travel Service. They're right on Old Farm Drive. Right behind the Dunkin' Donuts. So right on off Rosemont Avenue and Old Farm. Go check them out, especially if you're thinking about planning an upcoming trip. They are the experts, and they're going to help make sure everything is taken care of. It's so nice to sit back and relax and know all of the details are thought about. And they have the experience to know where you want to go and when you may want to go there. Tomorrow, there are tons of events tomorrow as well. I'm going to be heading over to this networking event at 4:30 at Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic Center, which is up off Osprey Way, right kind of near One Life Fitness, right across from One Life Fitness, actually. So you can check that out tomorrow evening. And Business Equity Coalition, 5:30. The Frederick County Chamber of Commerce is having a Get Your Business Financially Fit. Remember, we talked to Gideon and Tom a couple of weeks ago about this event. It is to help you as a business owner to talk about, I think there's a new rule or regulation that you have to offer some sort of retirement planning for your employees, and Scott McCaskill will be there to talk about that, and Tom will be there to talk about how to help your employees with financial literacy, because the more they are engaged in being more financially fit, the better the employee, apparently, is the research. And Gideon is from M&T Bank. So if you have a business, you may want to head over to the Chamber of Commerce from 5:30 to 7:30. That is happening. Also at 6 o'clock, Sweet Babes Creamery on Urbana Pike is having a story time from 6 to 7. That's so fun. Get some ice cream and hear some great stories at Sweet Babes. It's geared for the young kids, right? The little babes. I don't think they're reading Harry Potter there, but that's okay. It's all good. It is going to be a great time at Sweet Babes. On Thursday, how about heading to Up the Creek with WFMD? Tim May will be at Sweetie's Ice Cream Shop on the creek from 3 to 6, broadcasting live. And WFRE will be over at South Mountain Creamery, and they'll be broadcasting live from there for their Country on the Creek. It is also, of course, alive at 5, getting down to the last several shows. Now, it goes through October 3rd this year. but not too many more bands are playing. This week it's Nick Fry and the Sons of Thunder. Folk, blues, and soul. So if you want to head down to Carroll Creek on Thursday, you can do that. On Friday, the Fall Fun Festival is at Gaver Farm. Now, this is where the tickets that I'm giving you, where you can go, because typically it is $20 per person. But you can enjoy fall on the farm, and there's the corn maze, the petting zoo, over 60 attractions for you and the family, including mini mazes, playgrounds, farm fresh food choices. I like that. Ready to enjoy. Fantastic. There's some giant slides there too. So, and I'm going to be talking to them very soon about the farm, but if you want to head to the Fall Fun Festival at Gaver Farm, you can do that. And of course, you can head to the home of Everything Frederick to pick up your Good Morning Frederick merch or your Everything Frederick merch. There's the Frederick Girl t-shirts too. They're awesome. And the shop is open from about 11, and typically it depends on how things go. I would say definitely till 5, okay? It's kind of hard. Shannon is helping to staff, or she is staffing the shop with her sister and her son, and we have some others helping out as well. But so that's the home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. And just as we talked about, the Keys are home on Friday. They take on West Virginia there. On Saturday, the 31st, there is the Play Music on the Porch Day. And from noon to 3, you're going to want to head to Main Street in New Market. They're going to have a bunch of musicians outside with music and food. And let's see, they're going to have, lots of fun at Main Street. And we want to thank Brooke Fox and the Faces of New Market, Maryland for putting on this event in New Market. I didn't even realize there was Play Music on the Porch Day, but apparently there has been one. And over 2,000 porches in 79 countries are registered and participate. Otherwise, you're just going to want to crank some tunes and let it flow into the streets until you get yelled at from your neighbors, of course. But anyway, Play Music on the Porch Day is this Saturday, noon to 3 p.m. in New Market. So you're going to want to check that out. And then on Sunday, of course, we've got, the Autumn Excursion train rides with Walkersville Southern Railroad. And that looks like a really fun time. 11 to 12:15, you can do that. What's the flower festival here? At Summers Farm. They have an 8-acre flower field with sunflowers and all of that great stuff. So if you missed the one earlier this summer, you can check out the one at Summers Farm from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And let's see, yoga in the outfield. That's awesome. You can do that on Sunday from 4 o'clock. They host, the Keys host, that's our friend Jennifer Carpenter. Genuine Yogi will be doing that, and you can check that out as well. That'll be on September 1st, and you can do a wonderful, that's kind of cool to be out on the outfield and do your yoga. All right, and also want you to save the dates for some of the following. The Cozy Castle is hosting a tea and tour on September 12th. And Key City Foundation is hosting the Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run. Registration is open now for the October 5th race. So if you go to the calendar and click on Oktoberfest 5K Run, you will see a discount code to save 10%. It is right there. So if you want to register and do that, you have plenty of time to prepare. Still about 6 weeks out, 5 weeks out or whatever. So you can check that out as well. To see the links and details for all of these, you just go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live and Events. And if you have an event you want featured, it's just $25 for 5 days. You get the mentions every single day, or $40 for 10 days. All you got to do is email me, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. You can purchase that, or if you just want me to add something to the calendar, message me or tag me on social media on an event, and I will add it for you. All right, let's talk about who's doing good in our neighborhood. All right, Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service, celebrating 40 years today. Why would you use Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your next vacation? Well, simple. They're full service, and it's going to save you countless hours of comparing this resort to that resort and this airline to that airline. Plus, they've been there. They've been to most of them. They know which ones right away. Okay, they have relationships with all those suppliers, give you the best value, and sometimes you get some additional perks you can't get when you just book direct. Also, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to antietamtravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, the Girls on the Run program, which is offered at local elementary and middle schools, is a fabulous after-school activity for girls 3rd to 5th grades and 6th through 8th. The program is way more than running, and I sat down with Executive Director Rae Gallagher to talk all about Girls on the Run. Here's Rae. Sitting on the blue couch at 401 North Market Street with Rae Gallagher, Executive Director for Girls on the Run, and we were just chatting about this amazing organization, and it is. I was on the founding board when gosh, I can't even remember. Was it 2008 maybe? When was
2012? I think was the first official year.
Oh, right, yeah. So I think it was like 2010 maybe then that I met with Renata and she was talking about this organization. So I'm so glad to hear it is still going and going strong.
It's going very strong, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you took over a couple years ago. Yep. So tell everybody who may not know what Girls on the Run is.
Yeah, absolutely. So Girls on the Run is a nonprofit organization. Most people hear the word run and they think that we're solely focused on running, but it is about so much more. We're really focused on building confidence of young girls. We focus on later elementary years, so 3rd through 5th grade, and then all of middle school, 6th through 8th. And we operate as an after-school program, 1 to 2 days a week. We rely heavily on volunteer coaches to lead the program, but we're curriculum-based. So each session that the girls meet together as a team and with their volunteer coaches, there's a particular theme that they're focused on, and it could be anything from building confidence to setting goals to recognizing what's unique and special that each of them bring to the team. And then we incorporate physical activity and running into each one of the lessons. So the girls are together for 10 weeks of the season, meeting 1 or 2 days per week, and they're building towards a 5K event, which we hold annually here in Frederick and beyond, because we've now expanded to all of Western Maryland. So our council serves Frederick, Washington, Allegheny, and Garrett counties now.
Oh, that's a big job. Yes, great.
Yes,
congratulations.
It's a big a big spread, but we're finding a lot of need in Western Maryland for sure. And,
no doubt.
So yeah, that's what we're focused on.
Yeah, and one of the things I loved about Girls on the Run from the early days is the curriculum that is developed is, again, it's not about running, but it's about a healthy lifestyle, mentally, physically, and just at a time for girls. My daughter, I remember it, it's just tough. It's tough. And this is a great program for girls to kind of socially and physically kind of get with a group of people that, is a safe environment, and it's great.
Right. We see there's a lot of studies and statistics that show that activity levels for girls start to decline as they get further into their adolescence.
Yes.
There's quite a high percentage of our youth in general who are not meeting the 60 minutes of physical activity that's recommended by the Surgeon General. And so that's one of the things that we're really trying to combat, is those declining physical activity levels. And then we see girls' confidence in themselves and their body image, their self-esteem really starts to decline a lot as they move through from 5th to 6th to 7th to 8th grade. And so we're really trying to build them up. And something that we're really excited about right now is that you mentioned getting involved over 14, 15 years ago. The curriculum has been refreshed a bit. And so we're implementing, this past season, we started implementing a new curriculum called Hello Superstar, which is all focused on what is unique about me. From the girls' perspective, allowing them to sort of uncover their own strengths and what they bring to the team and the community. This fall, we're starting the second new refresh of curriculum, which is called Hello Mountain Mover. And it's all about identifying those challenges that girls face and then the resiliency they have to overcome them. So what they have, what their teammates have, what the volunteer coaches have. And then a third curriculum will be coming out next year called Hello Braveheart. And so focusing on those, unique characteristics, the courage that it takes to face challenges, to fall down and get back up again. So
that's wonderful.
What we're really trying
because that to me was I was like, okay, because I'm not a runner. I even coached, so if you're in any of the schools where they're looking for coaches for girls on the run, you don't have to worry. You can fast walk like I did. But it really is great, and that's actually great for the girls who aren't physically active when they come into Girls on the Run, to show that it's okay. Like, it's really, I loved the 5K, it was really just about setting your mind to a goal, completing it, no matter how you finish. And I think that's such an important life lesson. So how many schools are you in Frederick County?
So it varies each season, and we're gearing up right now for our fall season. I think last spring we were in about 20 schools, and we're returning to most of those and then expanding in Frederick County. In particular, I'm focusing more on our middle school program this fall as well. We haven't been in as many middle schools as I'd like, and I think middle school offers its own unique set of challenges for girls, and particularly that transition into sixth grade. My own daughter is going into sixth grade, and so I know what some of those challenges are that girls are facing. And so we're going into at least 3 new middle schools that we haven't been in a little while. So I'm guessing this season will probably be at anywhere between 20 and 25 sites in Frederick County.
That's unreal. That's excellent. And you know, the reason that it fluctuates is it relies on the volunteer coaches. So if you know somebody in the schools who would love to be a volunteer coach, this is great for anyone. You don't have to take the run out of the question, right? Take the running out of the question if you just want to be a great mentor to the young women in your schools, the girls in your schools. This is an amazing opportunity to do that. And the program only goes if someone steps up and takes it. And it's not a huge commitment of time. That's another thing that I loved about it, because we're all busy, we're all doing our thing. It's not a huge commitment of time. So I'm sure they can reach out at Girls on the, is it GOTR?
It's look up Girls on the Run of Mid and Western Maryland, because otherwise it just gets too complicated. But yes, it is not a huge volunteer commitment. It's about 3 hours per week. So 90 minutes, 2 days a week. And for our middle school program, it's 90 minutes for 1 day a week. In some of the schools, they're just offering it 1 day a week, and that still covers the curriculum. So you're absolutely right. Our volunteers are critical to making a difference. And you're absolutely right. You do not have to be a runner, walker. We're really focusing a lot on accessibility as well. And so making sure that any girl with any level of ability can come
Yeah.
in and feel welcome and accepted
Yeah.
in the program.
Now, is the middle school program still called Girls on Track?
It's
Or is
called
it
Heart
changed?
and Soul.
Heart and Soul. Oh,
Yep.
that, I think it did change.
Yep.
Several years ago.
So
Okay.
Girls
Heart-
on the Run is the elementary school program, and then Heart and Soul
I
is
like
the
it.
middle school program.
Yeah, look, again, great opportunity. So other than volunteers, how else can Frederick help? I know you guys were one of the recipients from Souls of Love.
Yes. Yes.
Because this does require all girls to have running shoes that, or, appropriate footwear for participating in physical activity. And I know the scholarship program, I'm assuming, especially for some of the Western Maryland
Yes.
locations, is big.
Yes,
So
absolutely. We thank you for all you did to collect shoes for Souls of Love, because we got 500 pairs of shoes this year, and,
Oh, nice.
and we're likely to serve between 800 and 900 girls through the course of this year, and so at least half of them will receive new running shoes,
That's
which
awesome.
is really important when you show up to a practice and see a
Yeah.
girl wearing a pair of Crocs and
Yeah.
running her laps in, and knowing that that's just not. It's not going to be good for her feet in the long term.
no,
So
and it's
the-
not
the
safe
running-
either.
it's
I
not
mean, they
safe,
should
right?
have good shoes.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's great.
And we are seeing an increased need for scholarships because we are a fee-based program. Families pay for girls to participate in the program. That's how we cover our costs around the curriculum and staffing and all of the things the girls get as part of the program. They get a journal, they get a Girls on the Run shirt and a water bottle. And the entrance into the program, as well as the 5K event, all
Right.
of that is covered as part of their
Well,
cost.
that's the other thing I love as a parent who paid. It once you pay, you're covered,
Yes,
right?
you're
There are
covered
no
for
additional,
there's no additional
fees
cost. Yep.
that come up throughout the year, which
Right.
is nice. But yeah, there
Yes,
are a lot
yes.
of kids that need some assistance financially, full or
Correct.
part.
Yep.
So it requires the community to step
Exactly.
in.
Yes, and so we never turn a girl away, ever. We don't want cost to be a barrier for anybody to participate, and so we do write grants and get a decent amount of support from foundations throughout Frederick County, and then we have a pretty generous community.
We do.
We definitely have families who come in and register their girl and donate an additional $15 or $20, which helps us to
Yeah.
cover costs for other girls who maybe can't afford the full tuition. And anytime a girl comes on to register, we do have a sliding scale based on income
Yeah.
that they can complete. And even if that cost is too much, we will
Yeah.
work with the family, because we don't.
Yeah, we
know
want
how
the girls,
important
right,
This program
yes,
is, and we
yeah.
don't want to turn anybody away if
Yes.
they can't afford.
All right,
the
so
cost.
if somebody out there has a girl between 3rd and 8th grades
Correct.
in Frederick County, now if the program isn't available in one's middle school, can they go to
Yes.
another middle school to have it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep,
great.
They absolutely can.
And
we've also-
homeschoolers too, right?
Homeschoolers are also able to select any school that they can get to that matches with their schedule. We've also had a Heart and Soul team and a Girls on the Run team that meet at Baker Park, which is open to anybody. And those teams have typically met on the weekend, so Saturday mornings or Saturday
That's
afternoons to make
great.
sure.
That's
yeah.
very convenient for
That's-
people.
Especially, yes, when you might have students who are maybe attending a private school that's out of county and want to be able to have that opportunity. So we are really trying to expand where we're present and make sure that we have programming that can meet.
Well, that
the needs.
weekend, that's a great idea. And like you say, I mean, sometimes kids are just overscheduled, or maybe the after school program that they're attending, it doesn't make it conducive to being at the school after hours or whatever. That's a great way to get girls involved in another team. So how many girls will you have this fall season? Do you think?
In Frederick County,
Yeah.
probably around 300, I
Yeah,
would guess,
yeah.
is probably where we'll be. And it could be more, it could be less. We're right in the gear up
Yeah.
as the kids are coming
Yeah.
back to school and as staff are returning to school buildings
Sure.
as well. There's
Yeah.
a little bit of a
Yeah.
time gap here where we're like ready to go, but everybody's
Yeah.
easing back into the school year. So The season will launch mid-September,
Yeah.
so the second or third week of September, and then it'll run through the first weekend in December when we have our Candy Cane Dash,
Yes,
which is
the Candy Cane
yes.
Dash, great race in Baker Park. So if you are a runner and you just want to participate in that, which ultimately supports the organization, there'll be information at Girls on the Run if you search for it online.
Yep.
That's always a great race. Everybody dresses up. It's really fun. The great thing, all the girls participate,
Yes.
and it's really fun to watch them warm up and all the different teams come together in one place. It's a very, it's a love fest. It really is.
It really is.
It's
yes.
a love fest.
Yes.
I
And
love it.
It is open to the community.
Yeah.
All of the girls do run with their running buddy, and if you come out, you'll see the girls wearing a number 1 bib.
Yeah.
Every girl gets a number 1, and they run with a running buddy, but it's open to the community as
Yeah.
well. And we also need a decent number of volunteers to make that event successful too. And so if there's anybody who thinks, I can't quite commit to the coaching
Yeah.
requirements
Yeah.
every week, but I want to come out and support, we need a lot of volunteers for our 5K event
Yeah.
as well, and that information is out there. But yes, the Candy Cane Dash it's super fun.
It is
It
fun.
is a big celebration, and we do have a lot of people that come out and dress up as the Grinch or
Yeah.
candy canes or
Yep.
reindeer or
Santa,
whatever. And
get all that.
It's,
Yep.
it's really, really fun.
Yeah. Well, I think what we'll do is maybe we'll bring you back
Okay.
before when you guys are taking registrations, because that's a great race, and I would definitely volunteer for that. So I'll come out and
That would
help.
be
But
awesome.
look, Girls of the Run, it's an amazing program. Whether or not you have girls, it's a great program to be involved. You don't have to have a student in the school to be a coach.
Yep.
Find Girls on the Run, find the Candy Cane Dash. If you are a runner and you want to participate, they would love to have you as a volunteer or participant there as well. Rae, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I had said, I said something that sounded totally inappropriate in the middle there. I had to cut out. So anyway, all right, I know we're running a little late. Let's get to Market Makers. Well, I had to make sure Market Makers, this segment was sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, coming September 13th to the 21st. We're going to be hearing all about the Great Frederick Fair from the guest, Crum Nicklas, the general manager of the fair. It's 17 days away, and some great artists and performances that you're going to be able to get tickets to. You're going to want to go to greatfrederickfair.com. But Karen is here to share with you all the information to help you have the best fair week possible. And recently, she ran into somebody who had never even known that the fair existed. So please make sure, don't assume people know that the Great Frederick Fair happens every year. Please let them know it is a wonderful event. And here's Karen to tell us all about it. Great Frederick Fair. I've never been upstairs in all the years I've been dealing with the Frederick Fair. And this is Crum Nicklas. Crum Nicklas. You are the woman in charge.
General manager.
Yes, of the Great Frederick Fair. Hustle and bustle. When I came in, I feel it. I feel it in the office.
Yep, we got more extra staff downstairs,
Yes.
and banners are going up, so
Yes.
it's starting to feel like the fair.
Absolutely. And I've noticed on social media, maintenance crew is getting the grounds ready.
Yep.
Now you guys do stuff all year long here at the fair. There's organizations coming in all the time to rent and have events, but this one 10-day period is really all about you guys.
This is our thing.
This is your thing.
We live for this.
You do, you do. So tell me a little bit about what's coming up that you would love people of Frederick to know about.
Yeah, so the fair dates are September 13th through the 21st. We had all of our livestock entries closed on August 15th.
Okay.
But you can still pre-register for the buildings. We have a full entertainment lineup.
So when you say pre-register for the buildings, what do you mean?
You can pre-register on our online registration system, and then you can skip the line to enter.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's the same pricing. This year
Yeah.
it's $4 per entry, and you spend $12 and you get the season pass.
And that gets you into the fair every single day.
A $90 value.
$90 value just to enter your brownies or photograph or
even
something you've
taxidermy.
made.
I think that's great that we have taxidermy.
I love it. Okay.
So we have the carnival and Midway will be here. So rides and games, tons of food vendors, lots of shopping. This year, under the grandstand on the left side, where there's vendors underneath, is all air conditioned. So if you need a break from the heat, lots of free entertainment, just you name it. There's something for everybody.
There is something for everybody. You have the kids zone, which is awesome. So families, who want to bring the kids and find some free stuff to do, there are plenty of options here at the Great Frederick Fair, which is nice.
Oh yeah. So this year in Kids Zone, we have RC car racing, an illusionist. We've got a dragon that'll be walking around for the last half of the week. We've got Team T&J, which is a couple's kids song and dance.
Okay.
The Cowboy Circus. We have a stilt walker. We're going to have Disney princesses here. Anna, Elsa, Belle, Aurora, Rapunzel. And I might have missed one. Snow White, I think.
Wow.
I have princess friends.
I know.
I'm a princess. No.
I know, yeah.
And then we have Bluey will be here. I don't know what days yet, but
okay.
And Milkshake from the Flying Cows is coming.
Milkshake, our
both
friend
Fridays,
Milkshake.
and the first Saturday night, Milkshake will actually be competing in the Youth Pretty Cow contest.
Oh, I love it. That's going to be great.
Hopefully he
Excellent.
does great.
Yes.
That'll be interesting.
Pretty Cow, Milkshake.
We have a comedy hypnosis show every night, which is for everybody, not just kids. Everything's for everybody,
Sure.
but that is really fun, and ag magic show. So there's so much going on in that area, and also just strolling around the grounds.
Absolutely. And you guys have, tell me how the lunch, because you can come into the fair at lunchtime.
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday, you can come in for free.
Yep, for free, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and this year Woodsboro Bank is sponsoring that.
Oh, very nice.
But you can come and just say you're coming in for lunch, and you can come in for free. Parking is not included, but usually parking on site through gate 3 is $10 for that 11 to 2 time frame. If you're here for lunch brunch, it's $5. We put you in a designated closer spot, but you do have to leave by 3. You have your cars to be gone by a certain time.
Yeah, that's a great deal though.
Yes.
And the food, my gosh, if you haven't been to the Frederick Fair, the food is unreal. You could come every single day, eat something phenomenal, something different. They're your old favorites and some new ones every year, which is excellent. Yeah.
Very excited for that.
It is very exciting. Going back to when you enter something, like something you've baked or made or whatever, I do have all the dates on our Everything Frederick calendar with the deadlines, but just to give people an idea, it's a few days before the fair starts, right?
We start taking entries the Saturday before the fair starts, which is the 7th.
Okay.
And then Wednesday and Thursday before the fair, which is the 11th and 12th of September.
Okay, great. So get your items made or figure out what you want to do. You can get all the details at GreatFrederickFair.com or
the Great Frederick Fair. The one and only.
The GreatFrederickFair.com. And of course, you can buy your tickets. A lot of great artists this year.
Yeah, we have a really great lineup. There's something definitely for everyone in that lineup. We've got Flo Rida is coming.
Yeah.
We have Bachman Turner Overdrive and John Waite for the rockers. We have Tracy Lawrence.
I don't know if the website's updated with John Waite, is it?
It is now.
It is. Oh, was that new?
As of like a couple days ago.
Just reading it a few days. Yeah,
we announced it at the end of July, but I might have forgotten to put it on the website.
Okay, I will make sure and update our thing. That's an awesome lineup.
Yeah, and then we have Tracy Lawrence and Sarah Evans for 90s country fans. We've got 3 nights of motorsports, our tractor and truck pull, and the demo derby cars and demolition derby trucks and vans. And then we have the Beach Boys. Yes. So they were here in 2013, but
they haven't been back since 2013.
So that'll be good. And then Riley Green with John Morgan. And then our last night is Casting Crowns.
I mean, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, it's so nice to be able to get acts like that here in Frederick. You don't ever get those opportunities. So if you want to see some great music, or the demo derby is a huge hit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun too. You can get your tickets as well online.
Yeah, and we keep warning people and making sure that when you're buying your tickets, you're buying from our ticket site. Our official ticket site is etix.com.
Yes.
If you're getting it from anywhere else, we can't guarantee your ticket. It's not us. So the box office is also open on site Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 2, and the phone number's on our website.
Yeah, yes. Please don't buy stuff from Facebook, or if it looks too good to be true, it probably is, or if they're charging astronomical prices.
Our highest ticket price are for Flo and Riley Green for the track seats, and I believe they're $75, and there's a $5 handling fee. So anything beyond that is not us. And your tickets, if you purchase them in advance, include your gate admission into the fair the day of your concert. So we also are encouraging people, just because if you've been around Frederick and been to the fair, you know that our streets get pretty gridlocked at night when everybody's coming in for the concert. We want you to have a really good experience getting here, so just plan to come early. Between 5 and 7 is like the heaviest congestion traffic, and we just confirmed and met with the city, and Monroe Avenue is not going to be open and ready for the fair.
Really are closing
So
that. That's going to make things fun, but look.
Plan accordingly.
Prepare.
Yes.
If you prepare, you're not going to freak out and get mad. So make sure.
We'll do our best, but we need you to help us and work with us.
It's not your fault. So, to know that street is closed, and I'll make sure we start talking about that too. Come early, get some dinner, get to the venue early so that
that you give yourself enough time to eat at your leisure, grab a drink, and then go to the concert.
Yes, exactly.
And then we also, for those who are familiar with Lot D, but our parking lots, Lot D is the one that connects Monroe and Monocacy. And in the past, only when it gets busy, we open up the Monocacy side, but we're actually going to open the Monocacy and the Monroe side all the time, our whole operational hours. So
that's nice. So you can enter off Monocacy Boulevard. You don't have to kind of come down where it's now, where Highland and part of Monroe.
Okay, that's great. People
Good
on
tip.
that street.
That's a pro tip right there.
Tip.
So enter off Monocacy, and then you're right across the street from the fairgrounds. All right, anything else?
All right, well, speaking of Lot D, if you are familiar, we do a carload special. Because we always hear, and I know it can be expensive, we try to keep the prices as reasonable as possible. So 10 and under kids are free every day at the fair, admission. It's $10 at the gate, and it's $8 online. So you can always purchase it online, even in the ticket line. If the ticket line is backed up and you don't want to wait, buy your ticket online. And we're also pushing that if you have a ticket, have it ready when you come. But don't wait in a line. Like, walk right to the front, because all you have to do is get scanned. The people waiting are to buy a ticket.
So so you can go around, get your tickets out, because the scanner people are
ready
right at
for
the gate.
you.
They're
ready.
Yes,
and
okay.
If you know that and help tell everyone else that, then my board members and I don't have to come out and yell at people. Like, tell people about it on the streets. Like, I was walking the sidewalk one year telling people.
Spread that news.
But if you're coming for the carnival, or you want to do rides, we do two things. One is the Jack Pass, which is an online advance sale that ends the first Friday of the fair at 5 o'clock. So you have to buy that in advance. And if you use the code GFF, it's $5 off. So it's $35, one admission and one unlimited ride wristband, good on any one day. Even on days that the carnival itself doesn't sell wristbands, you can still use your wristband on any day, even Kids Day. So if your child is under 10 and you're going to use the gate and you're not going to ride, the adult can use the gate admission, and then the kid can get the wristband. So you don't necessarily need two for an adult and a child.
That's a great,
and then the other carnival special is Carload, and that's Tuesday night at 2 in Lot D, which we were talking about between Monocacy and Monroe. My advice is to enter from the Monocacy side, because that'll be crazy. It's $60 for up to 8 people legally buckled in your vehicle.
Right.
And you get admission and unlimited rides all from 2 o'clock till 10 o'clock.
You cannot beat that.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, no. That's a great deal.
So we do try to offer those incentives and things to make it affordable for people. And like I said, if you enter into the buildings, you get a pass to come in also. So you could come in for lunch Monday through Thursday for free, 11 to 2, and then use your pass later in the day to come back for dinner.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So plan your week accordingly.
Yes, exactly. All right, the Great Frederick Fair. How many years is it now?
162.
162 years young right here in Frederick, bringing great entertainment, a lot of fun for families. You want to come down. You don't want to miss it. Come down to the Great Frederick Fair, September 13th through the 21st. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just want to let you know that In the Street is September 14th. So those two events converge on the first Saturday of the fair. So September 14th is In the Streets, and September 14th is also the Great Frederick Fair. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're back with Russ Hodge, plus my compilation of my review of Bash on the Bay, I guess, weekend update, and my short, quick interview with Ashland Craft. And that's coming up right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and it's right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They also do windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Call A&S Construction at 301-703-2157, or you can email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, as a Good Morning Frederick viewer, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repair. Please call Sandra and tell her that Dani sent you. Yes, A&S Construction, amazing and very responsive. All right, one more time, a market maker. Market Makers is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. The next flea market is Sunday, September 29th from 9 to 3. It's at the AmVets Farm right next to Tree Trekkers off 144. Get your 10 by 10 space for just $30 to sell whatever you want. Proceeds benefit Pulling for Veterans. There are food trucks and a playground on site. You can reserve your space today. Email outreach@pullingforveterans.org. Russ Hodge and Three Roads Communications have been creating documentaries for years. They're now embarking on telling the story of Frederick, Maryland in a documentary called Inspired. It is slated for national release through PBS next summer. Here's Russ to tell us about this project. 401 North Market Street with Russ Hodge.
Hello.
Three Roads Communications.
Yes.
You are in the midst of shooting a documentary about Frederick.
We are. It's called Inspired, and it's a complete 300-year history of Frederick with a particular emphasis on what's happened over the past 50 or 60 years, so that, that's led to Frederick's Renaissance.
Well, that's about all the time that I've been here, so that's pretty good.
50
Are
or
you
60
sure it's not
years,
about me?
It is. Well, it's always about you, Jamie, yes.
Now, that's very interesting. So you have gotten a group of people kind of through all walks of Frederick's history.
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
We've done about 50 interviews so far. Everybody from Senator Van Hollen and former Congressman Beverly Byron to Ron Young and Don Linton, and just kind of regular citizens, people who had lived through the floods, integration, everything else that's been going on in Frederick for the past 50 or 60 years. And of course, the normal historians, economists. We're trying to put Frederick, see, we're doing this as a national PBS documentary, so this will be broadcast all over the country. So we have to put Frederick in a context for viewers in Oregon or Florida.
Right.
and they have to understand why what's happened in Frederick is applicable to their life.
Right.
So it's kind of a large, broad brushstroke showing, Frederick's history. Obviously, Francis Scott Key, Roger Brooke Tawney, Camp David, Fort Detrick, all that sort of stuff. But then also what's happened here in terms of revitalizing the downtown, in terms of making Frederick very livable and such a destination.
Yeah.
And what it is that they can learn for their towns and cities that probably went through what Frederick went through in the 70s but never recovered.
Right.
So it's like a primer for them. It's
Yeah.
a lesson for them.
What do you think it is about Frederick? Because I've lived a lot of different places, but there is something about Frederick that makes it pretty unique. What do you think that is?
A lot of distinguishing factors. The overall thing, though, I would say is probably attitude. And it's really interesting. There's an economist that we interviewed who said Frederick has always been open to change. Frederick was always a trading post. It didn't make the decision to go industrial the way, say, Hagerstown did.
Right.
So it's always been open to change. It's always been open to new people, new ideas. Now, obviously, not always.
Not
and we
always,
all know about
right.
those situations as
Right.
well. But generally speaking, the attitude, and that's why, Fort Detrick can attract so many contractors from all around the world,
Right.
because it is more open to people of various nationalities, ethnicities, and that, frankly, Fort Detrick in a way is kind of, I don't want to say the secret sauce, but a huge contributing factor towards Frederick's evolution because of, frankly, the billions of dollars worth of business that it's brought in here
Yeah.
over the past 20 or 30 years since 9/11.
How long have you been in Frederick?
Since 1988, March 1988.
Okay.
I thought I'd be here a couple years, which just goes to show how good I am at planning. So, yeah.
Well, obviously you've got your roots settled here now.
Yes.
So have you always been a filmmaker?
Yes, yeah. I started out in television in New York. Used to produce a lot of political shows, and moved to Washington, but then moved to Frederick because I liked Frederick. I thought it was a great place to raise children. Same reason everybody else did.
Yeah.
And have really loved it and been here now 35 years. We own a big house and an art gallery downtown where Three Roads is located as well. So we're part of the community, and it really is a community. That is kind of the secret.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree that it's, and even with all the new people coming in, it's still, you just kind of envelop them and then they just come part of the fabric.
It is true, yeah. It's a little bit of a melting pot. And people used to laugh years ago when I said it reminded me of New York a little bit because of its walkability and because of the melting pot aspect, but it really does have elements of that. It has that, but then you can also drive 10 minutes outside of town and be in beautiful mountains
Yes.
and lakes and streams and farmland.
Yeah,
So there's that part
Very
of it as
lucky
well.
there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
All right, so your documentary, when are you hoping to release this? Is this early next year?
We're looking at second quarter of 2025
Okay.
to get it on the air in time for the 250th anniversary.
Right.
The website is fredericinspired.com. I
Okay.
needed to get that one in there.
Yes, of course.
We are accepting donations through Heritage Frederick
Okay.
as well, which is the historical society here in
Yeah.
Frederick. So if you feel like you can do that, we'd appreciate it to keep everything moving.
Yeah.
We have rough cuts of about half of it done so far, and all of that's online. You can see all of that. So you can see the way that we're going with this.
Yeah.
And it really is, the most difficult part is there's a heck of a lot of history here to get into 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
I can't even do a 60-minute show every day, so I don't even know how you do it. Well, look, I think it's really a great contribution. We love the fact that Frederick is going to be put onto the national scene.
Yes, yeah.
In a way that is representative of who we are and how we got to where we are today. And we really appreciate all the effort, because I do know how much time and effort it takes to not only shoot all those interviews, but edit and put it all together in a way that flows very nicely. So.
At the risk of alienating half of my audience, it's like giving birth. I get slapped every time I say
I
that.
bet
but it
you
is,
do.
yes,
I bet you do. Well, look, we want to thank Russ Hodge, Three Road Communications, Inspired?
Inspired.
Inspired.
I-N capital S. Yes.
With the spire
we-
and then ED.
Because you can't do anything about Frederick unless you have
Without
those
the spires.
there,
That
yes.
is exactly right. All right, you're going to want to check it out and then watch for it on PBS early or mid next year. Mid next year.
Yes.
Got it. And inspired.com?
FrederickInspired.com.
FrederickInspired.com. Russ Hodge.
This is why we get paid so much.
I know, yeah. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
All right, I want to thank Russ. Looking forward to seeing that documentary. You can now see some of the interviews that are right on his website. All right, if you're thinking about lunch, check out Sushi Nomo. Their bento boxes are a fabulous deal. Dani and I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, it is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts. Delicious. And those bento boxes are such a great deal. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Bash on the Bay. I did not know there was an island off the coast of Ohio, but there is, right outside of Port Clinton in Lake Erie. It is called, well, I called it Put-in Bay, but they call it Put-in Bay. And it was a 2-day music festival, only one in the country that shuts down a local airstrip. The airport, they had it out there. It featured Jelly Roll as the headliner the first day, Hardy the headliner the second day. My brother happens to work for K100. He's on the morning show there, Lynn and Marco. And we hung out with their radio station all, well, I say weekend, the couple of days that we were up there. And I got a chance to chat with country artist. Her name is Ashland Craft, and she got rained out last year and was back this year. And here's my little minute with her. All right, so I do a streaming show called Good Morning Frederick in Frederick, Maryland.
Okay.
Have you been to Maryland yet?
I have, yes.
You have?
I have. I'm trying to think of the video. It was an amphitheater.
Like outdoor? Indoor, outdoor?
Yes, it was Brothers Osborne. It's where they're from.
Okay.
It was I'm blanking on the name right now, but it was there. It was the most fun.
In the scheme of things and places you've been, it's got to be a blur.
I'm trying to keep her on a list.
So 2021, you kind of hit the scene.
Yes.
You're now opening on the stage where Jelly Roll's going to play.
I know, no pressure.
No pressure. Now, you were here last year, and shit got crazy.
It did start to hit the fan.
Now, what did you do last year when things kind of went upside down?
Well, I waited to the very last minute. I was like, well, let's just see if maybe we'll have some good luck. But they ended up being like, sorry, the weather was completely fair.
Yeah, sure.
I saw people out in the crowd, and I was like, you know what? We're here. I'm just going to go take a trip out of the crowd and play some music.
I saw that.
The wind was sticking, but I'm so happy. I'm glad it worked out that way, honestly. It was a cool experience to have. To be up close and personal.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Intimate part of it. So, where are you off to next after this?
After this, we hop on Cody Johnson's tour.
Oh, very nice.
So we're going to be heading out to South Dakota, Montana, just all over, I think, the west side of the West. So I love that cruise so much. I'm such a big Cody Johnson fan. So we're excited. We're going to be playing some new music out there. Just trying to get like a new pace.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be like a refresh for you sometimes, trying to things out. Well, we wish you all the best in your career. Next time you're in Maryland, I'm going to come on out.
I'm going to hit you
and
up.
I'm going to get you.
All right.
Have a great
so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
I love the shirt too. Red, white, blue.
I'm going to get you. I'll send one out.
Okay. Don't send me. I'll wear it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I know we're running really late, so I'm just going to cut in here. She was the sweetest. It was so fun. Want to thank K100 for allowing us to pop in and spend the couple of days with them up at Bash on the Bay. But if you like country music, I have to tell you, for a festival, it was wonderful. All right, coming up tomorrow, author Julie Castillo, Caroline, the new owner of... did I say that right? Catherine. Jeez Louise. It's Catherine. I don't know why I wrote Caroline. Catherine, the owner of the station, which is now open on 7th and Bents, and Megan Swigart from Tech Frederick. Tell a friend about the goodness of Good Morning Frederick. Come on, it's like watching an accident, car accident every day. You never know what's going to happen. All right, let's get out there. Let's have a great day. I appreciate you hanging out with me even longer than usual. Let's have a great Tuesday. Be great, Frederick.